Yo, what's up? Mr. Fixer coming back at you. I'm doing a video. This is not about tools. Not about tools. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. We traveled on Thanksgiving. We'll never do it again. Actually, it wasn't so bad. But I'd rather prefer to stay home on the holidays. Look, I ran into this problem, okay? So we're getting ready to leave and we're doing our laundry. As you know, we're in our RV all the time. But anyway, somehow, our remote was in the washer. The remote was in the washer. Okay, this is a Roku, okay, we bought it. I bought a smart TV, Roku smart TV, because I've got the internet on my phone and I can use that as a base, and the TV runs fine off the phone, internet, okay, as a hotspot. All right, so we washed this, okay, and I let it sit, and it kind of worked for a little while. So wake up the next morning and guess what? It don't work. It don't work. So I'm like, all right, this thing, Roku, must run this whole TV. So I go online to get another one. I go on their website, and everything on there kind of sent you in the direction that you needed a Roku remote to run that TV. Okay? This video is all about the facade of this TV. So I'm at wit's end. You need an infrared and IR and not a voice-controlled remote. Okay? That's what the website's telling me. So I go to Walmart, Target, Best Buy. I mean, I go all over the place. Because when you call them on the phone, for one thing, it's hard to get somebody. And sometimes they're in Egypt, so they're doing the same thing as you. Not Egypt, but you know what I mean. It's a national telephone line. They're not in the store. It's totally different from when I'm growing up. I mean, when I grew up, you talk to a guy in the store, he walks around, finds it, you know, like Home Depot still is. And I hope they don't do the same thing. But anyway, he's looking online like I'm looking online. So there's basically no use of calling their helpline because they are no help. Okay, this is Best Buy, Walmart, all these companies are doing this. So you got a guy, you know, you're in California, and they have a guy in Wisconsin or in Maine or in India that's answering your call trying to help you. Well, he's going online just like you to find this thing. So what I ended up doing was I ended up buying one of the voice remotes, but it also had the controller and all. So I basically just reloaded the thing in. Well, it still wouldn't run the TV, okay? So I get back. We went on a trip for Thanksgiving, and basically I didn't have time to worry about it much. But anyway, we get back, and I'm like, okay, I got to fix this problem, and I got to fix it now. Because that's basically when I fix things, when I put my mind to it and just say, this is getting fixed today. So what I did was, you take the battery cover off, okay? Take the battery cover off. This is the remote that's ruined. I took 4 screws out, 4 tiny little screws in the back here, okay? So then you can take the face off. So you take this face off. Take this face off like so. Okay, and if you do something like this, I'm trying to avoid you having to do this with the answer, but you want to make sure there's a lot of pieces inside of here. You don't want to lose them, okay? Because heaven forbid you'll never find them. But anyway, I take it apart. All the plastic comes off and all. Okay, so here's the board right here. Okay, so I'm looking at it. Pop this out too. I'm looking at it. Okay, this folks, okay, this is the answer. This is a regular board for a regular remote. In other words, there's no Roku stuff on this. They got their name on it, that's about it. This is a board, a regular TV board. There's no smart board on the board. There really is not a chip, a smart chip, I should say, on the board. So this is all you got. So I said to myself, God, this should have the TV name TCL on it, not Roku. That's what confused the whole thing. Okay, so when you get one of those smart TVs with the smartness already in it, for Roku, I can't speak for Apple and all, but for Roku, don't be confused. You do not need a Roku remote, okay, as falsely perceived by me in the beginning. So what I did was, I go back to the store, I buy me a $10, okay, this is RCA, okay, and they run $10 all the way up to $50. So you can either just buy what you need. I actually like this one better than all the other ones that were $50. So I just bought this one and took a chance. RCA, $10 at Walmart, okay? They have a sheet inside with all the TVs. Every TV. Look up your TV. It's got a code for it. Okay? So you hold in your power button. You hold in the power button, okay? And you punch in the key. It's 5 numbers. So I punched in 14995 or whatever it was. Okay? This thing works better than the original remote. This thing right here works better. Okay? If you would have told me that, I would have never believed it. But like I said, the remote is formed to the TV. It's not formed to the Roku. So if you're buying a smart TV, you may want to try this even with Apple and all. Because, I mean, remotes get lost all the time. Or they get washed. Or they get wet. Or who knows? We don't even have kids and we lose our remote, okay? So, I mean, back when I had kids, I mean, it was almost impossible to keep control of where the remote was. So again, Roku remote, okay, here it is right now. And also, if you're thinking, you know, electric dryer, it's a spray, you spray on electrical stuff to dry it out. I tried it, did not work, So, $8.95, I buy RCA remote, problem solved. And I could say that it works just as well or maybe better than the original remote that we had. So I'm glad to know that down the road. A lot of this tech stuff, they make it way more technical and all. I mean, you think that it's like above you as far as your intelligence, when really it's like a facade. It's like they make you think this, but really it's this. It's not complicated at all. It's the same old stuff we had, but they just make it complicated because of, you know, the marketing strategy and all that. So again, I'm not going to go on about it too much. RCA, Walmart has a whole line of universal remotes. And buy the universal remote, put the TV code in that you have. Here, let me tell you this, okay? I bought that remote, and they didn't even have TLC. It would not even recognize the TLC on my phone. My phone, I tried to put in the remote they have, you know, on that you can put on your phone for free. I tried to put that in my phone, and it wouldn't even recognize my TV code from that website or from the program. Okay, it wouldn't recognize it. So easy fix. Get yourself a universal remote. Get the code. Put the code in, and you're back in business, baby. It actually felt good to not have TV for a while. Hey, this is the Roku remote. Okay, right here in pieces. Okay, it can easily be you can easily buy a universal remote, and it can be replaced with this universal remote, and it works just as well or better. That's all I got, man. Sorry I went off too much on it, but I wanted to try and give you the whole situation. You may be going through this. I know there's a lot of smart TVs out there. Keep it live, man. Go get them, baby. All right, this is Mr. Fix-It coming at you. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'll be back with more videos, so stay tuned. I'm out of here.